I'm Kendra Alney. I've been with Tyler Technologies for coming up on 3 years. I'm a product strategy analyst, so what that means is basically I spend my days doing a lot of research, talking with clients, trying to understand what the market is doing, what our competitors are doing, and then rolling that into recommendations to improve our products and services. I've actually left Maine a couple times and come back to Maine. The second time I left, I moved to Charleston, South Carolina, bought a condo, and it was right before the housing bubble burst. And so when I was looking to come back to Maine, I couldn't sell my condo, and I thought, I'm never going to be able to find a job that allows me to do this. But I kept looking, and I did find a job in Maine that allowed me to come home and gave me the financial flexibility that I needed to come back. Fast forward 5 years, after having a great career in legal marketing, I was able to shift gears again and come to Tyler and embark on a whole new career journey. I'm Kendra Alney, and I work at Tyler Technologies. You can find your Maine job at liveandworkinmaine.com.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Lease the all-new Stelvio for just $377 per month at Alfa Romeo of Portland.
I am thankful.
I'm grateful for my family.
I'm thankful.
I'm thankful for family.
Happy Thanksgiving.
An echo of an echo is the semblance of a sound. And I pressed and I've waited with my ear upon the ground. Oh, lover, I'll see you there, waiting in the willows with your autumn hair. Oh, lover, I'll see you there, after many miles.
Hi everyone, Tim, Aaron, and Baxter here on the road in our Alfa Romeo Stelvio for this special edition of MaineLife during this season of giving thanks. And what better way to kick off a show than to talk to people on the street about what they're thankful for this Thanksgiving season.
Edward, what are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I am thankful to be spending it with this beautiful woman, my girlfriend, Emily.
I'm thankful mostly for the obvious, my family and our health. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So Tim, what is one thing that you're thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I would have to say my dog, actually. He's a companion of mine, and he's been with me for about 7.5 years now, and wouldn't imagine life without him.
You chose your dog before Elise?
Well, she would agree, I think.
Well, throughout this episode, we wanted to feature and highlight some of the nonprofit organizations that we've been able to share with you over the past few years. And we're going to start off with an organization that I was a proud board member of for 5 years, the Center for Grieving Children.
This is the Swing for the Center, which is an annual golf tournament to help support their Center for Grieving Children. It's really a celebration of Paul Gray, who is a great supporter of the center, worked for Maine Health for many, many years, and his family has allowed us to use his memory to help support the work of the Center for Grieving Children. And we've got 30 teams out there on the course right now, swinging and hitting the ball and having fun.
It's a fun day, and I think that's an important piece of it. And also we have a lot of very loyal people who come back year after year. So actually this year we're pretty nostalgic, being our 30th anniversary and our 15th golf tournament. And so looking back at how sustained people have been in supporting the vision of the center is just so heartwarming.
I came to the center 14 years ago when my wife Amy died very suddenly. My girls were very young. They were 2.5 and 4, and you can imagine it was a pretty hard time for us. So the girls and I went to peer support groups for 5 years. Every Thursday night we went, and it made an enormous difference in our lives. I like to say, and it's true, that the center really saved my family. Since then, I've volunteered for the center in various roles, as have my daughters. And currently I'm on the board of directors, and this year I'm the president of the board of directors. And I'll do anything I can to support this great organization.
The centre, without community support, would not be able to survive. I mean, our services are free to the community, and without events, without individual donors, United Way is a great supporter of our work. And it's important that we do not receive any state or federal funding. So all of this is generated by the community here in Maine.
I'm a family physician, and often people get bad news about serious illnesses or death through their physician, so I talk with a lot of my folks about it from time to time. It's not something that culturally we're really well trained to handle, grief and loss, but it affects all of us. When my wife died, I was vaguely familiar with the Center for Grieving Children, but I never thought I would have any need for its services. Well, that was completely wrong. The center is a wonderful organization. We provide free services. The demand is very high and getting higher. So if people can find it in their hearts to help their friends and their families go through loss like this, it's going to come around and help them someday.
From the bottom of my heart, I know this in speaking with the families and in hearing from the volunteers, the magic that happens for families when they attend the centre. I don't know how I can say it enough. I mean, other than give people hugs. I mean, it's really and truly, that's how much I feel for the people who support the organization. It is just tremendous.
Hugs!
When you're coming in to Casco Bay, you drive by it. Whether you're a cruise ship or a recreational boater, everyone knows Fort Gorgeous.
Set the scene for us for what this could be and what this could become and look like.
Once the building is structurally sound, it could be all kinds of things. There are educational opportunities here, tourism dollars to be had, cultural events. The acoustics in here, you'll see when we get inside, are amazing. Can you hear the acoustics in here? Give a little yell. Say something.
MaineLife!
Personally, I'd love to see a Shakespeare festival in here, but anything along those lines, probably not amplified sound, maybe the symphony or a choral arts group, performance art, dance. We've already done some pilot programming with smaller groups, and it's a perfect location for something like that. Okay, so if you have a light, you want to turn it on now. The first thing that needs to happen is to figure out what's going on with the building structurally. So we have funded an engineering study through Resurgence Engineering, a local company. We'll have the results of that study on June 15, and then we'll have a pretty clear vision of the path forward. Up here, you can see there's a couple of bricks missing.
Yep.
And this is the one part of the fort that's really in structural jeopardy. So right now, this is our focus. We want to get this engineer's report and figure out what's going on with this and how to fix it.
And how can people become a friend of Fort Gorgeous, and what kind of support are you looking for?
Our new website is being rebuilt right now, and very soon we'll launch a membership campaign. And then in July, Bree is heading up a special fundraiser, and those will be 2 ways to support the work that we're going to need to do. But right now, 2/3 of the traffic that come to Fort Gorgeous, 2/3 of those people are traveling here by kayak, and you can imagine why when you look out and you see this beautiful beach. The other third are coming by small private boat. At some point, we'd like to get a dock in here, but until then, it's a great way to get out here by kayak, paddleboard. Main Island Kayak comes over, Portland Paddle does tours from East End Beach, and then we want to get other stakeholders involved, eventually Main Island Trail Association, Sail Maine, Ripple Effect, all those organizations come here and use this property, and the whole community benefits from it.
Yeah.
The potential.
A lot of potential.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so quintessential Portland Harbor, I think.
That is so neat. Thank you to Bree and Paul for giving us my first tour of Fort Gorgeous.
For more information on how folks can support you guys,
www.friendsoffortgorgeous.org or Friends of Fort Gorgeous on Facebook or Fort Gorgeous on Instagram or Fofogo on Twitter.
awesome. Stay tuned for our exciting events to come. Thank you guys. We are so lucky
Thank you.
to live here.
I'm thankful for my house.
What else?
And my family and friends.
Emily, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for family, new and old.
Yeah, yes.
And welcome back, everybody. Tim, what's another thing you're thankful for?
Well, I love the winter, which is coming up soon. And what about you?
We met at Sugarloaf. Are you going to be going up there a lot? Probably.
Yeah. Our winter looks to be busy, but I think we'll make some time for it.
We've already got some snow, which is exciting.
Oh, best opening day in years.
Woohoo! All right, so I am, of course, thankful for my buddy Baxter here on MaineLife. You probably know we love dogs, cats, any type of animal, and children. So now we're going to introduce you to one of our segments featuring the Animal Refuge League and Junior Achievement.
Hi. Ready to play with some puppies?
Yeah, it's emotional, but yeah, it was good. Yeah, you want to go downstairs?
Do I?
Let's do it. You're so excited.
We just got back from Puerto Rico. We went down there to meet with a rescue group we work with called Al Sado Rescue. And the goal for us was really to learn what they do every day to save animals on the island, because there really is an overpopulation epidemic. And as a partner to Al Sado Rescue, we welcome dogs every week from them while we can. And this was just an opportunity for us to understand the journey they take and how they're saving lives each and every day.
Oh my God.
We can unleash him.
What? He's okay with his his leg?
So, you know, what frequently happens in Puerto Rico is because they run free on the streets, they often get hit by cars. Oh. And for rescuers and vet clinics down there, it's much less expensive to amputate than to have orthopedic surgery. So, welcome to Maine.
Well, all dogs are puppies, right? Yes. That's allowed? You can call it a puppy?
So yeah, they flew with us back yesterday from Puerto Rico. We had 6 carry-on pups in crates under our seat, and then 4 of them flew in the plane underneath. And that's typically how they arrive to us on a weekly basis, as they fly.
Now, he's really well-mannered. Is that typical for a dog?
It is. So the thing about Satos is they're used to lots of people, lots of tourists, lots of rescuers. You know, they're fed regularly by community members. So they're really social and typically have really great temperaments. Yeah. They were usually adopted fairly quickly because they're such great dogs.
You are gonna have an easy time.
Down in Puerto Rico, Sato is a slang term for street dog on the island. So the rescue group we work with is Al Sado Rescue. And Sato really is a mixed breed. You can see, this is kind of probably a chow mix, but we see dachshund mixes, husky mixes. It really is a full mix of size and breed. I think the other important thing is most of these guys were owned at some point. So they were abandoned, especially after the hurricanes and people moved off the island. They just abandoned their companion pets on the streets, in their home. So we're here to
to give them a family that cares about them and loves them in the way that they deserve to be loved. I have more.
You came to the right place. Yes, you did.
We don't have any cheese, though. Huh? So how, do you know how...
Live and Work in Maine is a statewide organization that partners with Maine employers to help attract and keep people here to live and work full-time. Our partnership with MaineLife helps to tell their stories.
Hi guys, how are you? You all look really excited. You have big smiles on your face. Today we're going to do a lesson on voting and learning about ballots and majority and what is voting, and so we're going to do a really fun activity today. It's the best part of my job is going into the classroom to volunteer, and that goes for the JA team as well. We always love to get out in the classroom so that we can better train teachers and volunteers who are interested in our programs. Junior Achievement is a worldwide organization, and we are Junior Achievement of Maine, so we cover the entire state from Aroostook County all the way to York County. We're a nonprofit organization that hopes to take the business community and match it with the educational system so that kids really get to own their economic success. So we have programming from kindergarten through high school, and we touch on 3 key content areas: financial literacy, workforce readiness, and entrepreneurship. And our goal is for kids as early as elementary school to be thinking of their skills and interests and thinking how that could translate to a career in the future.
Mostly we've been learning about communities, businesses, products.
I have been teaching for about 5 years, and for the past 3 years I've had Junior Achievement come into my classroom. So they bring in business men and women into the classrooms. The kids just love it. It's a fresh new face, somebody out in the community, and it puts their perspective on where they can be in their future, like in Maine.
Do you remember what a community is? What are some things that are in a community, Sylar?
Businesses are in a community, services.
Very good. Teaching how to manage your money, teaching those soft skills that any employer needs, so creative thinking and public speaking and problem solving. We're hoping to teach kids those vital skills.
I love the fact that there's business people coming into my classroom, seeing what we're doing here and how it connects to their own jobs and how it's going to connect to all of the students as well.
Our biggest need is volunteers because the demand is quite high for Junior Achievement. It is a free program for every teacher in Maine, whether they're public or private school, but we really need to build up that volunteer base. This past academic year, we had about 500 business volunteers, and we're hoping that continues to grow. We impact about 6% of the students in Maine, so very small, but we're hoping that with more volunteers we can impact many more students.
Junior Achievement helps you learn about company and jobs and friends and family.
Good job, guys.
I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for a good job. I'm grateful for health, that I'm not sick, and that my family's not sick. And, you know, that we live in a great country. And yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. Great.
You
too.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome back, everybody. Baxter, what are you thankful for?
Everybody, I'm thankful for my mummy and some turkey treats and long car rides. Okay, you know how they make fun of cat ladies? They can make fun of me as a crazy dog lady. Anyway, we are also now going to feature another nonprofit that is near and dear to my heart, Make-A-Wish Maine.
So we're here tonight for a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish. It's called the Wish Bowl. It's our first annual Wish Bowl.
It's an event that was put on just for fun from our board of directors, who's an amazingly dedicated group of folks who support us, and they decided to get their friends and family and other people in the community who support Make-A-Wish together to just have a fun night of bowling and raise some money for Make-A-Wish. There's something really magical. We say that and it sounds like it's just a word that works with Wish, but it's true. It really has a power and an impact that goes beyond what you would think. And it's such a great feeling to know that you can provide that for a child.
Oh, so we just got back. Make-A-Wish was amazing. They set up everything. Planned out so many fun things for her. They scheduled a meet and greet with Stitch. Wow. Yes, and Moana was around the hotel every day, so she got to meet Moana. They made it very special. It meant so much to us. It really did, because going through treatment, it was hard. She did so well, but like focusing on the wish meant everything to us. It took her mind off of bad things, and just like having something to look forward to, something to hold on to, getting her through it all. It helped. It really helped a lot. So having something so important like Make-A-Wish, it helps families so much, like to come together and focus on something other than treatment. It's very, very important to have that.
So on average, we grant a wish in Maine one every 5 days. It works out to be about 70 wishes a year. And so at $7,000 a wish, 70 wishes, it starts to add up. So we're constantly fundraising. We're always looking for people who are willing to provide monetary support or to help us. We really like to engage with corporate partners with lots of our events if they're willing to do partnerships. We have many events throughout the year that they can be a part of, and always looking for volunteers. So volunteers are the lifeblood of our organization because we're statewide from Kittery all the way to Presque Isle, and anyone who's interested in volunteering, we have lots of opportunities for them to get involved. And mileage. We always can use frequent flyer miles. 60% of our wishes are kids that are traveling out of the state of Maine. And so if you have airline miles that you can't use, even if it's just a couple thousand that aren't going to help you, they certainly help our kids. So you can donate them to us on our website.
I'm Alexis Weston, and I am in the loss control department as a safety consultant with Mimic. And this year, for their 25th anniversary, I donated to the Southern Maine chapter of Heroes on the Water.
I'm Ashley Hurley. I'm in the claims department as a claims specialist. And for Mimic's 25th anniversary, I donated to the Animal Refuge League in Portland.
My name is Shayna Pike. I work in the compliance department here at Mimic. My title is Statutory Filing Supervisor, and this year I donated to Make-A-Wish.
I'm Steve Andreatis. I'm an underwriting analyst, and I donated to United Way, Greater Portland.
My name's Benson Pasquarello. I work here in the premium audit department as an audit reviewer, and I donated to the Travis Mills Foundation.
My name is Robin Chasen. I'm the team leader of the mailroom. I donated to the United Way because they do so many great things all over the state.
Hi, I'm Troy Fish. I'm a policy issuance coordinator. I donated to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a communications specialist at Mimic. I donated to Adoptive and Foster Families of Maine because they provide really crucial support to families who are taking in a child.
The happy 25th anniversary, Mimic.
Happy 25th anniversary, Mimic.
Happy 25th anniversary, Mimic.
Happy 25th anniversary, Mimic.
And that's going to do it for this special Thanksgiving edition of MaineLife. Tim, one last time.
Well, I saved the best for last. I am most thankful for my beautiful girlfriend, Elise, and I'm sure she's watching at home right now.
She watched this episode because you were editing it.
That's
so
true.
Yes, okay, anyway. We love you, Elise. And I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful for Maine. I'm thankful for my mom, my
What about
health.
Jason?
Of course, Jason. He's very private, so that's why he didn't want me to mention him. And take 2. So I'm obviously also thankful for my very handsome boyfriend, Jason, all of our sponsors, including Quirk Auto Group for letting us drive around safely in this Alfa Romeo, and thankful for all of you for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving.